The man's face was covered in sand, but he didn't dare wipe it off. Behind him was a 100-meter cliff. He just wanted to go surfing, but one wrong step sent him plummeting. He clawed at the sand, desperate to stop, but it was too loose. With no other choice, he slammed his head against the ground. The rough grain scraped his face, but at least he stopped falling. He gripped the cliff's edge with everything he had. Below him, jagged rocks waited. One slip, and he was done. His body was shaking, his mind on the verge of breaking. But then he thought of her, his girlfriend. He couldn't give up. He took a deep breath, focused, and started counting the waves. If he timed it right, the waves could break his fall. He waited, muscles tensed, then he jumped. The impact knocked him out cold, but the crash against the rocks jolted him awake. He gasped, fought his way to the surface, and somehow he was still alive. He struggled to his feet, ready to get the hell out of there. Then his legs gave out. No feeling. He grabbed his phone, but it was fried. No signal. No help, just him and the endless ocean. He yelled for rescue, but only the wind answered. The pain in his waist was unbearable. He had to move. There was only one option, the island in the distance. Dragging his paralyzed legs, he pushed himself into the water. Stroke after stroke, his body screamed for relief. Then agony. A stabbing pain tore through his gut. He sank like a stone. His lungs burned, his vision blurred. Darkness closed in. Then his feet hit the ocean floor. And in that moment, he saw her, his girlfriend's face, her voice calling his name over and over. His mind snapped back. He kicked off the bottom, fighting his way up, breaking through the surface, gasping for air. But the ocean wasn't done with him. Another wave crashed, dragging him under. In a last-ditch effort, he hurled his backpack onto a reef, grabbing onto it with his wrist. Just then, a helicopter. His shot at survival. He tried to scream, but the waves swallowed his voice. He could only watch as it disappeared over the horizon. Time passed. The sea calmed. A seagull pecked at his skin, jolting him awake. Just when hopelessness sank in, he heard it. A phone ringing. Crawling with everything he had left, he found it. A video from his parents lit up the screen. Their faces, their voices. It reignited something inside him. Then he saw it. A surfboard drifting nearby. He strapped it on, forcing himself forward. The waves slammed against him, but he wasn't stopping. Not now. Not ever. And then in the distance, a ship. If this were you, how long could you survive?